Hey, this is Life with Shauna Renee, back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe. More videos on the way on, period. This video is called I Married My Husband, but I Love Someone Else. Let's watch the video.
I met the love of my life in 2021 after I had married my husband in 2017. Story time. So my husband and I got married in 2017, and everything was always okay. Like it was good. And as the years went on, it just stayed that way. It never got any better. It just stayed the same. In fact, it started to go downhill after we had our first daughter together, and then we had our second daughter together less than 18 months after. And after my second daughter, I was very much in postpartum depression. And like, my husband did not do anything wrong per se in the way that he treated me, but like, I needed more attention. I needed more effort. I just needed more. And I was extremely depressed because it felt like there was no growth in my marriage. And I was already just in postpartum depression really bad, to the point where I was miserable. But then I met him. And much to my surprise, he was everything that my husband wasn't. Like, in every way. He was so attentive, and he never once didn't come running when I called. He was patient. He was loving. Gifts would just appear from him. He would write me pages and pages and pages of letters. Comfort, love, promises, like pages. The effort was unmatched. I literally was head over heels in no time. I spent every free minute that I had with him and didn't regret it for a second. He walked into my life and my life flipped upside down in every good way possible. It changed everything about me, my self-confidence, my happiness, how I felt about what love really is. And I knew my husband could see a change in me. I knew that he could tell that something was different. And he started to be resentful. And whether it sounds horrible or not, all I wanted to do was tell him about him, because I knew that he could see the change in me. And so I finally did. I finally told him. And when I tell you, he's never resented me more, but didn't want our family to be apart. We had kids together. But I told him that I absolutely would leave if he ever tried to stand in between me and him. Because no matter what, at this point in my life, I was going to choose him over anything. I knew he could take better care of my kids than even I could or he could. I knew that he could take better care of me. I knew that he could provide in every way more than either my husband or I could for my kids or myself. I trusted him with my entire life because of his character. He was the perfect example of love, the perfect example. He was everything: patient, kind, generous, attentive. He had my best interest at heart at all times. There was never a moment where I ever questioned his intentions for me and my well-being. And so my husband and I stayed together, but I continued to spend every moment that I could pursuing this relationship. And over time, my husband resented me more and more. And I would always ask if he would just meet him. If he would just meet him, he would understand. And he absolutely was against that. And so after 3.5 years of feeling super torn in both directions, because I felt loyalty to the commitment that I'd made to my husband, but there was no question in my mind that I'd found the love of my life. And it wasn't my husband. But after 3 years, I think he was tired of competing with that love, because he couldn't compete. There was no competition. And so he said that he would meet him. And when he did, he saw what I was talking about. And he wanted him to be part of our relationship too. And before you go, ew, it was God. And he changed my life in every way. And he has given me more than I could ever have asked for. I love him so much because of the character that I've seen in those letters that he wrote me. It's the Bible, and he wrote them to you too. The gifts that would appear are the blessings that come when you follow his will for your life. And making him the center of my husband and my relationship has made my husband the love of my life again. He's changed because he sees what love looks like, because he knows the definition of love, and that's God. And the Bible was written for you too. And I think church, unfortunately, has a good reputation of taking it and using it as a weapon when it was made to be used in love to grow. It's like the watering can for the seed that's planted when you're curious, when you're seeking truth, when you can't find love, you can't find rest, you can't find comfort. And it changed my entire life. I was one way and then I wasn't. And the only thing in between was him. And the amount of purpose and hope and joy and love that I feel in my life now, when I tell you it's better tenfold, I am not kidding. I'm not kidding. I had tried everything else. And when he finally was in my life, nothing could have torn me away from it. I would never have made a different decision. I would have chosen him over my husband. I would have chosen him over my friends. I would have chosen him over my mother and father, because there's no love on this earth that compares to what the Bible calls agape love, which is unconditional. I don't even think we can experience that within ourselves here on earth. The closest thing would probably be the love we have for our kids. But the love that he has for us is like the love we have for our kids, but more. And if you don't know him, follow my page, because that's all I do is break down the Bible, answer the questions that I feel like people avoid answering, and talk about the things that maybe church services don't cover, and dive deep into the full circle masterpiece that is that beautiful love letter, the Word of God. He is everything. He's everything. And now he's in the center of my marriage, and my marriage is everything I never thought it could be. And it was all him.
How many of y'all thought that they were either going to separate, break up, or divorce? I raised my hand first because I didn't expect the ending to go the way it was. Now it's a throuple. Now you got 2 men and 1 lady wife. So I don't know. What do y'all think about this video? You know what to do. Comment below. This is Life with Shauna Renee. More videos on the way. Bye.